She came to Hong Kong with dreams to support her family, to send money back to East Java. Her name was Mevi Novitasari. She was 25, and she never made it home. Mevi was a domestic worker. She lived in her employer's home, quiet, polite, never complained even when tired. Her mother said she just wanted to help us. On October 27th, 2024, she went out late at night with a man, her employer, Jamie Chapman. Surveillance footage captured them getting into a taxi. Their destination, a seaside park in Aberdeen. It was nearly midnight. Jamie Chapman was 34th British, a businessman in Hong Kong. He had a wife and child. But that night, only he and Mevi rode together, and only one of them returned. They arrived at Waterfall Bay Park. The waves crashed in the distance. The park was dark, almost empty. No cameras inside. No one saw what happened next. Roughly 40 minutes later, Jamie returned alone. He left in a different taxi. He made no emergency call, no message to anyone. He simply went home. The next morning, a hiker noticed something. A body near the base of the rocks. Police were called. The woman had injuries to her head and arm. It was Mevi. She was dead. Cause of death: drowning. But the bruises on her head didn't come from the fall. They looked deliberate, blunt, measured. Police traced the last known location. Surveillance footage led them to Jamie Chapman. They visited his home, but he was gone. So was his wife. They had already crossed the border into mainland China with a child. No explanation, no statement, just silence. 2 days passed. Jamie and his wife re-entered Hong Kong via high-speed rail. At the West Kowloon station, police were waiting. He was arrested on the spot. He was charged with murder. His wife was charged with assisting an offender. Both denied wrongdoing. His wife was granted bail. Jamie remained in custody. Police revisited the park, but it was too late. The tide had erased much of the scene. No murder weapon, no eyewitnesses. The bruises were key. Experts said they weren't from a fall. They were consistent with impact from a hand or a hard object. Why were they alone at night? Why didn't he call for help? What happened in those missing 40 minutes? No clear answers, only questions. Mevi's phone was found, locked. No recent messages, no voicemails. Her last known contact was Jamie. Her family had no idea she met him that night. Back in Indonesia, her mother collapsed when she heard the news. They had just spoken days earlier. She said everything was fine. She never said she was afraid. Mevi's body was flown home, wrapped in white. A quiet funeral in East Java. No justice, no explanation. Jamie refused to speak during interrogation. His lawyer claimed the death was accidental, that Mevi slipped, that he panicked and left. But the bruises told a different story. Hong Kong law demanded trial. The case drew media attention. Domestic worker rights groups demanded answers. Why was she out late at night with her employer? And why did he flee? Records showed they weren't romantically involved, but some coworkers suggested tension, arguments, and subtle control. The power balance was never equal. Her passport, her phone, her salary, all under his control. She had no bank account in her name. Everything passed through Jamie. The trial date was set for early 2025, but delays kept pushing it back. Public pressure rose. Protesters gathered outside the court, holding her photo. Her face became a symbol, not just of death, but of forgotten workers, alone in foreign homes, with nowhere to run. No surveillance footage in the park, no confession, only a body, a timeline, and a man who ran. That was all. Did she cry for help? Did anyone hear her fall or scream? The forest says nothing. It remembers nothing. In Hong Kong, over 300,000 domestic workers live in private homes, mostly women, mostly from Southeast Asia. Most have no real protection, no voice. They live where they work, sleep in kitchens, eat after everyone else, and obey. Always obey. When something goes wrong, it often stays quiet. They can't leave. They can't fight back. Not without risking everything. Mevi followed the rules. She never caused trouble. She stayed quiet. Until the night she didn't come back. The media called it a tragedy, but it was more than that. It was a pattern, a silence that keeps repeating, case after case. Her mother still waits for answers, but none have come. Only legal delays and long shadows. Was it a moment of anger, an accident, or something else entirely? Only 2 people knew, and one of them is gone. The trial is still ongoing. The verdict hasn't been reached. But for Mevi's family, no sentence can bring her back. Waterfall Bay looks peaceful today. The waves still crash. The wind still blows. But some nights, people say it feels colder. They say the rocks hold secrets, but the ocean keeps them well. And Mevi remains a name carved into silence. No candlelight vigil, no justice parade, just a quiet name on a list of the forgotten. Did she know she wouldn't return? Did she try to run? Or did she trust him? One last time. She left no note, only bruises and unanswered questions. Justice, they say, takes time, but sometimes it never comes at all. One girl, one night, one man who ran, and a park that watches but never speaks. This wasn't just about Mevi. It was about every worker like her, trapped in silence and left to fall. We may never know the full truth, but we owe her more than silence. We owe her the question: what really happened at Waterfall Bay?